What's going on, guys? I just waiting a couple of minutes to see if we get a couple of guys connected. Yes, we are 100%, 100%. We are ready to war or anything. No, no gang member. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to see if we can get some people in the live stream so we can start this. But in the meantime, ask whatever you want and don't forget to subscribe, please. What's up? What's up? What's going on? I got this lame ass laser pointer just to point at the guns because YouTube doesn't allow you to touch guns on live stream. That's why I have to lay out everything on the tables. Can you sniff? No, I'm good, man. Can you try one? No, I can't. I can't touch the guns. This is just for demonstration purposes. Um, YouTube doesn't allow you to touch the guns on live stream. Yeah, I won't last 5 minutes. They will take my live stream down like the first time. How you guys doing? Monday, Monday. How you guys doing? Mashed potatoes. Nope, they are not airsoft. You smoking weed? Good for you. Jail ball. What the hell? No, these guns are 100% real. They're not airsoft. If they were airsoft, I would be allowed to touch them. All right, but since they are real, because of YouTube policy, I'm not allowed to touch my own guns on live stream. Or they will take my videos and my live stream down and punish me for 72 hours or more. All right. So talks on the CC Scorpion Evo 3S1. Yeah, pretty good. I have one. All right. But if I can go back, seriously, if I can go back right now, and the Kuna was released by the time that the S1, the Evo 3 came out. I will go with the Kuna. Okay. The reason why is because of the bolt. It's too made of soft material. But you can look at those that information. But mine is already ready to go. I already upgraded the bolt with the Nexus and the upper receiver from Nexus. So now it's a delayed blowback. All right. So this gun is nice, really nice. Mashed potatoes. No, I'm not Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. Will you have bought it because of the bolt? Well, obviously, if I know that something will be wrong in the future, I won't buy the gun. No. There you go. That's my answer. But you can buy the bolt, just the bolt assembly, not the parts that are attached to the bolt. Because what is wrong is the bolt, not the parts. You can just buy the bolt for like $200 and use your own parts from your own bolt, and that will solve the problem. Okay. But for me, since I got the bolt, I got the upper receiver, and the bolt of the parts made the gun, the delay blowback system. I say, why not? Let me get the other part too. Waiting to do the same. Thus on the Nexus bolt with binary. Yeah, that bolt is gonna take a bit. Okay. I can't remember right now what's the metal use on it, but it's solid. I already shoot mine before I did the upgrade on the upper receiver, and there's not a single mark on it. All right, so it's hard still. I'm not in Puerto Rico. Okay, so let me go there. All right, for some of you guys that miss history and school, Puerto Rico is Commonwealth. It's part of the United States. Okay, there you go. No, I live in Florida, but I'm not in Puerto Rico. But they are legal. Yeah, it's like $250 for Nexus. But remember, once you can buy an AR and you start doing upgrades in the AR. You probably pay like $700-800 for a regular AR, and you start changing parts and doing upgrades. So it's like any gun actually. Okay, so Jetmaster, I bought a new 22 rifle. Just pick up a reflex sight and some pop-up sights on a flash holder, a flashlight holder. Oh, nice, nice, nice. What type of 22? Yeah, I shot mine. This is for Michael. I had shot my stock Eagle, maybe 50 rounds. I did mine too, but you have to keep an eye on it. Okay, I know, brother. I know. Look at Sig right now, and in the past, and all the brands too. You know, no, you cannot buy. This is just for demonstration purposes only. All right, so I'm not selling anything. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Just double tap the screen. It's gonna take you 2 seconds so I can get some likes on the live stream so we can start this. Okay. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Support the Second Amendment and the gun community. Okay. We gun tubers. We don't get a lot of love from YouTube. Okay. So show some love and please subscribe. Yes, master. Oh, that's a famous gun, man. I'm a lot of people are talking about That gun, 18 standard. Yeah, Rock Island is solid, and it's a budget firearm. I have one. Let me show you real quick. All right, I'm gonna use a laser pointer because, like I say, I cannot. As soon I put a finger on it, you guys are gonna be watching nothing. Okay, YouTube is gonna be dropping my video. So that right there, that is a Rock Island 1911 double stack chambered in 10 millimeters. Right, I did a lot of modifications on it. I wish I can rack the slide and show you how soft it feels, but you can actually go to my channel and I have plenty of reviews of all the modifications that I did on it. It's nice. It's nice. All right. So Rock Island has some good stuff, and they are not overpriced. The Ruger RCP Max, no. Are they toys, my good sir? No, they are not toys. They look pretty real. Betty real. Betty real. Yeah, they're not toys. They're real. All right. Big Ham in 45 say hi. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Uh, nice. Appreciate it. Bro, the Vector. Yeah. Um, I know I probably say this every fucking night, but since I've been in the house for a month already because I'm on total knee replacement surgery. So, but I'm walking already around the house. So I started doing live stream. I've been doing YouTube for several years already, and I have a lot of videos, but never crossed my mind to do a live stream. So I started doing it, getting better on it. But there you go. Here we are. I got banned like 4 times already. I think I'm learning how to do it. Yeah, yeah. That Vector is a pistol configuration, and it's chambered in 10 millimeters. I was gonna buy it in 9, but I was like, you know what? It's the Vector. It's known for the recoil management, right? Why not getting a 10 millimeters, right? So I got the 10 millimeters. So I gotta test this bad boy right here, take it to the wrench, and see how it works. If she works good and behave good, it's gonna be my next home defense weapon. I like that 10 millimeter round, right? Yep, it's nuts. So for those who don't know, right? Instead of the ball going back and forward, so this is a barrel here. Instead of the ball going back and forward, like all the guns will be like going back and forward, right? This one is going like this, bent, and goes down. So pretty much throw the recoil down while the gun is pushing up and to the rear, right? With the gases, the recoil is gonna be pushing down. So it's kind of like pushing the positive way of the gases. Is that an HK? No, this one is a Mac 5. All right. And this is a new addition to the collection. I'm waiting for a couple of parts. I ordered a brace from Strike Industries. The skeletonized brace, foldable brace, and the rear part is gonna be a 1913 adapter, and then I'm using a UTG complete rail with handguard. All right, and in January I'm gonna be adding a suppressor. Okay, but first I'm gonna take it to the wrench, see how she behaves. I already took it apart, check everything, polish a couple of parts, so I think she's gonna be doing good. Okay, the barrel being so low on the platform also directs the recoil backwards better than. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to this guy right here. All right. Yep. Got a crank over there, 7.62 by 39. This one I will be upgrading the handguard. I have a Fab Defense, not expensive one right now. but I'm gonna put a Midwest Industries uh, handguard and rail, and I'm gonna be upgrading the piston with another adjustable piston and a bolt. I'm gonna get another bolt. I'm not gonna work on the original one. Uh, AFG, like a legal suit. Okay. Hey, hello. Hey, hey. So hey, say hello. How you doing, man? Show the Drake. That's not a Draco. That is a crank up 7.69 by 39. 7.62. My bad. All right. Uh, bro. So this is for G Rock all day. I'm not scared about the war, brother. Okay, this is my passion here. When I leave the house, this is what I take. A Glock 19. All right. So I'm not scared about the word. This is some people like other shit like Pokemon cards and coins and stuff. I like guns. Okay. So comic caliber, but it's like shooting a fucking missile. Love my AK. Yeah, AKs are nice. I want to get a AK, but I want to get a nice one with the wooden stock and gonna leave it everything as stock. Okay. But first, I want to get a Springfield M1A, the soccer model. Okay. All right, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and the like button. Just click. It's gonna take a couple of seconds for you to click that screen twice, so I can get a couple of likes, right? And get the damn algorithm, what YouTube calls the algorithm, so my videos can be watched more. All right, let me put this in standby right here real quick. I gotta log in the computer, okay? But go ahead, keep asking questions. That's the shotguns right there. ATF having a field day. ATF can, um, smell my balls, bro. All right, everything here. I'm pretty sure ATF is already, and the federal government is watching these videos, okay? So they already got my name, my address, so they know I'm clean. So nothing about to be scared, all right? All right, okay, good to go. It's not my first rodeo. Yep. So that's why you gotta get what? Your Love Me book, right? Where you got all your guns with receipts. In the back are the receipts and all the information where I purchased the gun, the date that I purchased the gun, everything. Okay? And that's how far they're gonna get to see my book. All right, unless they got a court order. All right. Mossy there. Nice. Let me see. All right, guys. Instead of commenting something negative, what about we comment something positive? Ask positive questions. If you don't like guns, this is the wrong place, bro. Because this is all you're gonna see on this live stream. All right. Not talking about Pokemons. Call somebody. Set up 47. Uh, yeah. You're right, J Master. As long as I'm gonna have an SFRT or SRT, Well, let's wait, all right, till they clarify that law about the bump stocks. You know, I guess the FRTs and the SRTs follow under that law. So everything else is good to go. Constitutional carry, open carry, and I do have a concealed carry license. So I'm pretty much good to go. Any level actions, not as right now. Still growing up. So I will have level actions, revolvers. I'm missing the revolvers. Every time I go to the store trying to buy a revolver, I walk out with something else that I like better. Okay? But hopefully, I can just go straight to the counter, ask for the revolver, and let the store and don't look nothing else one day. Delay 79.94. That's a lot of hate. Still growing, brother. Not there yet. Not there yet. Want to see the shotguns? Okay. Andy Torre. There you go. So that one is the Remington 870. I can't touch a gun. I would like to flip it over. But it's a regular pump action shotgun. Painted in tungsten gray with Duracoat inside and out because this gun like the rust. So to avoid the rust, have an 18.5 barrel and a rail system. There you go. Have a non-expensive Burris Fast Fire 3 with the CCs that belongs to this guy right here. But I don't want the CC side, so I put in the shotgun. Then following up, this is my baby here. This is Beretta. Yeah, not the Beretta. Yeah, the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol. There you go. Really nice, sleek receiver. Beretta do nice stuff. And actually, I have a chisel. This is the best butt stock that you can find for this gun. All right, expensive as hell too. She is ready to go. She's fast. Semi-automatic shotgun, not a pump shotgun. Okay. Then following up, we have another pump action, and this one is a Benelli Supernova Tactical. She also shoots mini shells, and you can put 11 plus one in the tube and one in the chamber. All right, so 12 rounds. She's a beauty. I like it. That one is a copy of the Saiga. It's no longer in the market for sale, I guess. This one is a SDS Lynx, and she eats anything you put through her, she will eat it. Oh, I forgot that one. Yeah, I got that one when first when the bullpup shotguns was a shit. They used to cost like $600-700. Now they cost like $400 or less. But that one is ready to go. She's pregnant. All right, she have a 20 round drum. I'm so stuck for the silencers to be tax free. Yeah, I mean, the goal is, to not have it as an NFA, but $200, $200. We work for a living, so yeah. But brother, it's about time. So once they start, taking those $200 in January, I'm pretty sure the silencers are gonna go up. They haven't go up that much because of the whole hassle about putting the tax stamp plus the $200 addition to the price. But watch. So IG. So you like the Glock 19X or the FM 509 better? Well, I have both. So I like both. I carry both before, but that's my baby. Okay. It's not because she is the best gun in the market, right? And the most nice shooting gun. Is because she is the most reliable. She's not gonna let me down. All right. I want something that is not gonna fail me when I press that trigger, and I think that's the one. Okay. Even the FN is pretty good. That has been proof already. All right. That is proof already. But both are pretty good guns. I have the FN midsize, On the Glock 19, which are the same crap. Okay, 15 round, 15 round, flush 15 rounds. But I do like to the 48, which is a little slim with the what is it? The chill arms magazines. You get 15 plus five. That one over there. Obviously, you're not gonna carry the well, you can, but you gotta use like a jacket or sweater to carry that long ass mag. So it's gonna be like an extra mag. But guys, please subscribe, support Second Amendment, support the gun YouTubers, because we don't get a lot of love from YouTube. Okay. Plus, you guys want to see my reviews when I start shooting that bad boy right there, the Mac 5 and the 10 millimeters Vector. All right. So it's probably gonna happen this week if I get the parts for that gun. All right. I have to test some modifications that I did in a couple of guns. So I taking a couple of guns, not all of them, but the ones that I did modifications, and actually those two new guns. Okay, so yes, the aftermarket accessories is good, but I do not like to put internals or change internals on my EDC. Every other gun, I don't care, man. I maxed out that shit, change the springs, trigger, I don't care. But my EDC is gonna be bone stock. Yeah, I mean it's gonna have a nice red dot size, stippling, um, a light holster and all that good stuff. But the trigger is gonna be a 5 pound trigger or 4 pound trigger. All right. I don't want to fuck with the gun. If something wrong goes with the gun, at least I can sue the company. Sorry about that. I don't speak that language. Once you get a revolver, you won't stop. Okay, I'm gonna take your word. I'm gonna take your word. Um, I'm guessing. I mean, the revolver is not gonna fail you. That's one thing I know. I believe the suppressor prices will come down because of the competition. You think so? I mean, hopefully. I mean, shit. I wish. I wish it goes down. It's gonna be more competition, right? Because of there's no tax stamp or the $200. Maybe you're right. I didn't think about that. What's up, dude? At Smith's Custom Creation. What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to my live stream. I just found out I can't use 30 round stick for the 509 in my FS. Really? Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Uh, can I get one? No. Well, you can get 100 of them if you want to, but you have to go buy them. I'm not selling any guns. This is my personal guns. Uh, 1911. The Lucas that you know. So you got your first 1911. Congratulations, brother. You're not gonna regret. What brand is your 1911? I don't think it really matters, but what is it? Just got a 44 Magnum. Oh shit. Oh, oh damn. Dante Williams got a 44 Magnum. Oh, a revolver can fail, but the chances of failing are extremely low. Yes. So, question: do you think, hey man, I want all of this, or do you think gold? Okay, so mine is a Rock Island. Okay, nice. Rock Island is it's nice. It's good. I have a Rock Island 1911 10 millimeters. I know you were in the live stream already when I talk about her, but she's a double stack, 16 round flush plus three. That addition plus three, so you get 19 rounds of 10 millimeters on it. I did a lot of tweaking, changing parts, polished parts. Man, she rocked like butter. If you want to see her in action and all the modifications, please subscribe and go to my channel. Okay, you're more than welcome to check all my videos. I got over 150 videos since I began. I start on YouTube. By the way, I look way younger when I start. How you like the MP5? Okay, so yes, it's an MP5 platform, but it's a Mac 4. Okay, so it's pretty much an MP5, but less than $2,000 price tag. Okay, so I haven't tested yet. It's recent purchase. So probably if I don't get everything that I order for her this week, the brace because she's gonna be a pistol, and I'm gonna put a UTG rail system that is gonna come from all the top here and the handguard, and then I'm gonna add a suppressor and generator. But it's gonna be tested once I get those parts. I don't want to go to a range just like this in this configuration. Okay, so once I get that, I get the shooting. Yours look very similar to the one I have. I have to go back to the comments. I miss. Oh yeah, they're very similar. Yes. The only thing is that actually that one have a bull barrel and it's double stack. Double stack. But I do have another 45 over there. That's a Kimber. It's a Kimber stainless steel, lightweight. Okay, no magwell or rail system. Okay, I mean you can put a magwell in a rail system. Well, actually, it's hard to find a rail system, but you can find a rail system that goes all the way to the grip. I think Recover Tactical has some. I just don't like the whole plastic going from the grip all the way to the trigger guard. And actually, that plastic, takes some space off the trigger guard. So before we had this company, well, they still on the website, Caspian. They're professionals making lowers for 1911s, 2011s, and all the parks, right? But they did have this stainless steel 1913 Picatinny rail that you can actually attach permanent in your gun. So I bought one to try. Then when I tried to purchase the second one, they stopped selling it. No, I can't tell you that, brother. Dante Williams. That's too much information, man. Come on. Florida's big. So I can tell you I'm in Florida, but that's about it. That's about it. All right. All right, ladies and gents, please support Second Amendment, support the gun community, show some love, show some love. Subscribe to my channel. So you can get to see all the videos and not just me showing you guns on live stream. Okay, you can see me actually reviewing the gun, talking about the gun and all that good stuff. Okay, I have a couple of ARs over there in the background. The two on the left is the one in the background is 16 inches. The one in the front is 5. They both 300 blackout. This one right here is a better mix of burn bronze and FDE, and she's a 5.56 and 223. Yeah. Then down here, I have a non-expensive build from Bird Creek Arsenal. That one is a 7.62 in the bottom in the table, 7.62 inches barrel, and it's chambered in, 7.62 by 39, and the barrel is 7.5 inches. Right side charging handle, and she have an Armor Spec H2. I changed the bolt. I leave the same bolt carrier, but I put another bolt with an upgrade firing and haste firing pin, right? Extended pin. Yep. And the mags, you have to use Duramax for these builds on the ARs. All right, that's the only ones that are going to work. All right, let me go here. Look, guys, yeah. Oh, it looks messed up with the grip extension. I don't like the idea of being extended by 4 screws. Okay, okay. I'm in Denver, bro. You're good. No, you're good. What is the Scoped bolt rifle? That one is not expensive rifle. I was thinking on changing the chassis, right? But I don't think this rifle deserves that much money. So I'm going to get another rifle in the future, all right? But she's okay. She's a Mossberg Patriot Predator, all right? It's a bolt action. Got I think 5.46 in the mag, and it's a bolt action, and it's a 308. Okay, she shoots well, but I don't think a 400 rifle, deserve a $600 chassis. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay, it's easy, so I can do that anytime. Okay, you can get that heat shield from eBay. It's like $20, brother. $20. I also use the same heat shield for my Beretta. All right, and you can see this one have two in the front, but this one has been cut to one. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Okay, so subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button. So when I do it, you can get it on your side. But it's simple. All right, it's simple. Why only Duramax? Because the good ones that work for I think this one is another brand, S something I can't remember right now. There's two brands, but the better one is the Duramax. Okay, you're gonna have fitting issues all day if you get a Pro Mag or any you know plastic magazine. So you gotta go with the Duramax to avoid all that situation. All right, get an RPR for your next bolt. Okay, okay. I'm gonna look that up, brother. Thanks. You see, that's what I like, people that comment good stuff, I'm giving you good advices, That's what I'm here for, man, If I don't know the answer, I'm probably gonna know the answer for the next live stream. All right? But thank you. We need to share, brother. We need to share. Yeah. Yeah. But like I say, my next move is gonna be a Springfield M1A, the soccer model. It's gonna be a 7.62 by 51. A Dremel. So you cut it with the Dremel, okay? But actually, so I wish I can show you real quick. I wish I can show you. It's very simple. So you have to remove the handguard, and in the handguard, in the bottom, right, these two pieces right here, like a clamp that is gonna clamp in the barrel. If you do that on here, it's not gonna go in, right? Because the space of this handguard is very close in the barrel, like very close in the barrel. So you have to grind a little bit inside the handguard, this as the same size as this clamp right here. I would say like a half inch, right? Grind inside this. Then you clamp first this in the barrel, and then you slide in the handguard. So when the handguard goes in with that space that you grind a little bit, it goes over this clamp, right? And what it does is doesn't allow the clamp to back out again, which is pretty good. Okay. But I can do a short video about it and show you. Okay. So, but you don't have to cut it here, there's two clamps in the front. The only one that you're gonna be using is the one in the rear. If you see, you're not gonna have space for the other one unless you grind a little bit the bottom of the clamp. But you don't need to. With one is okay. By the way, I shouldn't be talking about modifications. All right. So if you see that my video is taken down, in the next 5 minutes is because of that. Yes, because so when you put the because the shield is gonna fit well. You don't have to do nothing on the shield, right? When you clamp it on the barrel, you take it all the way back, right, and then clamp it and put the screws. The problem is the handguard. So when you slide the handguard, right, the clamps in the bottom at the end is gonna stop the handguard to go all the way back. So you have to grind that little space, that is of the same size of the clamp in the bottom for the barrel at the end, so it can slide over those two clamps in the barrel, right? That piece right there. So you have to grind a little bit on the handguard, so when you slide it, it goes over, right? If not, it's gonna stop. It's not gonna go. Yeah, I need some level actions too. That's right. Same deal. Same deal with the Benelli. Okay, the Benelli is gonna look like, because it's a pump action, it's gonna look like it fits well till you try to rack that pump action. It's gonna stop, so it's not gonna actually put one in the chamber, because it's not gonna go all the way back. So you have to grind a little bit, just like the Benelli. How I explain. But it's easy, Just don't go too hard with the grinder. Just go put the heat shield first, and then go little by little. Slide in the grip, right, and then till you get the exact same, size. Don't go too much. Don't take too much material. Even if you take a little bit more, you're not gonna able to see none of that stuff, because that's inside. It's not gonna damage anything. All right, guys. Any more questions? Go ahead. And you need some level actions. Yes, I do need some level actions. I do need like 200 guns more. Hi guys, what's going on? Oh my God, this live stream is dying already. I guess everybody's going to eat something or night early. Rough Monday. Uh, that's what I was thinking at the beginning. They're like money, but you need to know how to get that money back. Okay, because you pay $600 for a gun, you're not gonna get $500 for a gun. You probably get 350 or four. Okay. But yeah, you can get some money back. Obviously, it's like a used car. All right. Or, if it's a gun that is no longer in the market, let's say like the Glock B model, and then you have the old model that is not in production anymore. So I think in 10 years, maybe 5 years or less, it's gonna last. The body is gonna go up on those guns. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, man. Yes. I mean, if you go to the live stream, it's like the same. But I mean, I don't want to criticize this, but it's crazy, man. I don't even have TikTok, okay? Because it's crazy, man. I mean, I opened the TikTok one time and I scroll up. It's like you going in a mental health place and looking through each room, all right? People doing some crazy shit, bro. I'm like, how? Why you doing this for life? Or it's crazy. It's crazy. Same in YouTube. You can smoke crack and do all that shit if you want. On live, and you're not gonna be taken down. But as soon as I put a finger on those guns on the live stream, down, punish 72 hours, 24 hours. Yeah, most of my videos get demonetized. I don't give a shit, man. I do my video like I feel. If I had to take the gun apart and explain how it works and the parts that I put in or the upgrades that I did, I'll do so. Yeah, I prefer to get some subscribers than just to get money. Obviously, everybody want to get money, right? But they taking your rights, they chipping your rights little by little, and that's how I feel. So fuck that. Excuse my French. Ice is coming for you. Yeah. Why? We have wine. Yeah. Always. Once in a while we need wine. We need one retard. I'm Puerto Rican. You stupid motherfucker. All right. Well, shut the fuck up. I like how the structures your videos through every detail explanation. Some things, yeah. I mean, I like. I know I have some accent because I'm Puerto Rican, and my first language is Spanish. But I like to go through everything. I like to go through everything. Even when I review the lights, I always take like different types of light in the same category. Let's say it's 1,000 lumens. I take a couple of thousand lumens that I have to review the light. Right. Sometimes the light is so good that I can compete with another light that has 1,000 lumens, and that demonstrates that the light is almost at the level of the 1,000 lumens light. Yeah, your name says everything. You're a tired kid. Go to bed, man. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go watch some Teletubbies or something. And by the way, we're not talking about colors here, okay? Doesn't matter if you're white, black, yellow, brown, or purple. All right, we're all the same as the image of one God. So just pass the page, go to another retard that is throwing shit in his face with a toilet cap on it, and start making fun of that person. All right. Anyways, let me ignore this guy because I can't have it in front of me. I'm punching in the mouth, so it's just behind the screen. Hero. Yeah, don't listen to those guys, man. Don't listen to those guys. Well, ICE is doing his job, their job, and that's what some of us vote for. All right. So, but we're not here to talk about politics. Do the white guns show more wear and tear? Yes, they do. Um, Obviously, that one right there is a P320. It's chambered in 40 Smith and Wesson. So I want to do something different. All right. Not that I like the white guns, but I polished the slide all the way to the metal, and it looks chrome. Okay. So it's chambered in 40 Smith and Wesson, and I got the white. This is not painted. They actually sell the grip module in white. All right. But it looks pretty cool. But like, let me see if I can show you real quick. Maybe here. It has a stain already. It's plastic, so it's gonna get stained. And if you use it a lot, probably it's gonna get yellowish. So yes, and that one right there is not white. That one is over gray. Okay, that's a CC shadow too. Oops, let me take that foot back. That is a really nice shooting gun. That is not that expensive. Okay, it's not that expensive. But my favorite gun, if you guys ask me, is my SP01. It's not my carry gun, but it's my favorite gun, the CC75 SP01. Uh, Dante, what are you talking about, man? We're talking about guns, man. Whatever. It's okay. Um, yeah. I had it in the safe for a while, man, and it never. I mean, it's a good stainless steel, you know. Obviously, if you put some salt water or something, probably it's gonna get rusty. But I haven't even removed a dot or rust from that gun. None of those two, because I did the same thing with the P229 in the top. Okay, aluminum grips, and actually in the bottom, have the floor plates for the magazine that say SIG in chrome. Bottom, the barrel is chrome. It's chambered in 357 SIG. It's nice. And I put a lot of internals on that gun. But I mean, if you keep it clean and put a slight little bit of protection like CLP on it, it's not gonna get rusty. It totally makes sense, Dante. Yeah, yeah, the guns. Yeah, the guns. Yeah, the white get bruises, but the brown one you cannot tell. Yeah. What about this one? They get that one get bruises. That one is like a mix of white and black, or Puerto Rican and black right there. Huh? Let me get some water. So what's your guys' favorite guns? What is your everyday carry? What do you prefer? What you put your life, you know, trust on? If you have a carry gun, like I say, I can use any nice gun, the CC as a carry or any other gun. I'm pretty sure some of you guys have way better guns, and that's fine. But I put my trust in my 19. Okay, no internals changing anything. It's just bone stock inside. 19 and 48. I recently purchased the 19X MOS, and I put that compensator. So when I go to the range, I have to go to the range and test this guy right here, that one, and I already test that one, but without the compensator. I put a 15-pound spring, Rico spring, and the PMM compensator. So I can't carry that gun till I know it's shooting fine. Yeah, same with the CC. Before I just did change the bolt, right? But it has the original receiver. So now I upgrade the receiver because with the receiver, right, and that bolt is gonna be paired, and it actually is gonna be a delayed blowback system. All right, just with the bolt was not. So also, why not? Let me upgrade the other parts so I can get the whole system operating. Right, but I do have to take it back and test it. So can't use it at home defense right now. I love this gun for home defense. It's a nice shooting, but I gotta go back and test it before I put it next to my next nightstand. P365X, excellent gun, excellent gun. I want to get one of those for real. I'm not saying it because I want you to like me, but I want to get a 365. Yeah, and I think if I got a 365 and I like it, right? Because you gotta like the gun. That's the truth, right? Not just trust it. I mean, how it fits in your hand, how you shoot the gun. You have to like it. So when I get my 365, if I like it, I'm probably gonna carry that one. But it's been in my mind for a while. All right. Any more questions, guys? You guys spend a lot of money during Black Friday, buy some guns or gift for the family. I guess everybody's hurt right now after Black Friday, right? Yeah, that's why I don't go to the stores during the Black Friday, man. I'm an old dude. I learned that lesson. I've been there before. Y- Your girlfriend? Man, that shouldn't be your girlfriend. That's you should be your wife right now, man. Your girlfriend bought you a gun. That's a perfect girlfriend. Let me say that. Okay? So get married. And congratulations in advance. Yeah, an A300. Okay. I mean, obviously, the 1301 is one step up, but it's almost double the price as the 1300. But it's not that much difference, for real. You know, it's not that much difference. I mean, for the use that you're probably gonna get to that shotgun, if you're not like a tactical guy that are all day in the range and shooting every day, I think that the A300 is a super nice gun. And like I say, it's my favorite. Yeah, it's exactly, exactly. It's 90% that 1301 compared. My girl tells me to stop buying guns. Well, I mean, that's gonna happen eventually, brother. Dante, that's gonna happen eventually. You know, eventually, when you start getting out of hand, right? They're gonna start counting how many you have, and then you have to repeat the same number every year. 29, 29, 29. Damn, 799. I think I paid 899 for mine. Yeah, 899. But it's a good deal. It's a good deal. I bought mine. Well, I can't tell, but yeah, it was 899. 899. So it's a good deal. It's a good deal. I got a good deal by that time that I bought it. So you had a great deal for 799. If I can choose an old school firearm, oh shit, old school firearm. I mean, old school firearm can be a AR-15 and 16. AR-15 is old school. It's been in the market how long? Shit. Yeah, AK-47, a crank. It's an old school. From the ones that I have, if I had to choose one old school gun with wood and everything from factory, it would be my crank. AK-47 is not gonna fail, or a Draco or something like that. An AK style gun. Oh, it's gonna order 99.20. It looks like a store. Yeah, man. You know, YouTube make me do this. It's YouTube's fault, all right? Because everything should be inside the safe. But in order for me to talk about the guns, I cannot handle the gun and show you the guns by one. I had to put on a freaking table and take over my room, all right? I cannot touch the guns neither. Yeah, that's how YouTube loves gun tubers. All right, I have to use this little guy right here. I'm pointing the gun like that's my finger right there. All right, touching the gun or rubbing the gun. All right. What have you got rid of from the collection? Nothing, brother. Nothing. I'm a gun holder. Okay, I'm a gun holder. So as right now, there's nothing that I have not fixed. Okay, so if it's not that good, I try to fix it 20 times till it works. If it doesn't work, then I get rid of. But right now, I have not had that luck. Okay, we're in 2025, so the to fix the ARs, they have adjustable gas blocks. You know, buffer springs, different buffer springs with different weights, different BCGs, different options, man. So, yep. And then you got YouTube. Somebody already fixed it. All you have to do is look their video and do the same thing. Okay. If you could use an old school fire, you're talking about a POA Luger or a Mosin. Oh shit, man! You're talking about World War I weapons and 1A. There you go. Hold that. Answer your question. And 1A. And actually, that's gonna be my next gun, but it's not gonna be with the wooden stock. It's gonna be more like a tactical version. It's called the Springfield M1A Socom. But yeah, old generation M1A or a Thompson. If you had to keep only one, you know I think about that before, right? That question. If I can keep only one what? Only one between everything, or yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know, man. You know, I'm thinking if I only get one set, it would be one rifle or one PCC and one pistol and one shotgun. If that's the case, it's gonna be as much love my Beretta. I probably go with the Benelli because it shoots mini shells and different sizes of shotgun shells. As much as I love the Beretta 1800, and it's more expensive. Um, if it's a pistol, well, I think this one's gonna run great. I think this one is. I don't need a fancy one, a heavy one. It's gonna be a light gun and a durable gun, and it's proof in the market already. So that's gonna be that one right there. Mace Caramel. Yeah, the 19X MOS. Yeah. If it's a rifle, I don't know. I'll probably take that one over there. If it's one overall, I don't I really don't know. I have to think about it, brother. Yeah, you keep me thinking for a second. What's your EDC? My EDC from all those? I know it's not the fanciest one, and it's not the better looking one, but it's this one, 19X, 19 MOS, 19 MOS. It's not the 19X. So I did some upgrades. I haven't tested yet. I put a Rico spring and a compensator, so I don't know how she's gonna behave. But I have trust this gun, put a lot of rounds through it, and I feel very comfortable with the 4 or 5 pound trigger. Even some guys are complaining about the 1 pound extra trigger. You know, in the military, you don't get that shit to put a live spring or a drop in trigger. And these guys are badass, right? Nobody need a 2 pound trigger, brother. Especially in an everyday carry situation. That safe is a stack on tactical, um, but it's only for a few guns. But I did a lot of modifications inside to actually make more space for the guns. Yeah, look at my reviews of the in my channel. I have a review for that stack on safe. In the door, actually, I put a like a belt made of kydex. So pretty much it's simulating a belt where you can hang your holsters instead of putting like a Velcro with the wobbling holsters made of I don't know, plastic or rubber or something. I don't know. So I actually got the holsters in those designed belts inside, hanging. Pretty cool. I was like, how I can make space for all my holsters and the guns at the same time. It's a lot of shit in the whole, and I don't want to keep everything together because I don't want to keep the holsters inside another cabinet and then look for the holster when I'm gonna use that gun. So how can I put the holster in the gun and the gun with the holster in the safe? And that's how I came out with that. So look it up. NK2 was pretty sick. It is sick, man. It is sick. Anyone but just one. Oh, keep asking, man. I was hoping that you didn't ask anymore. Like I say, I haven't tested this guy right here, right? But for what I heard, it's a pretty good gun. It's a 9 millimeters. 9 millimeters is gonna be more in more abundance. So pretty much it's gonna be the most out there, right? 9 millimeters and 5.56 on 223. If you have a 5.56 on 223, oh wait, I mean if it's a end of the worst shit when shit hit the fan and everybody gets crazy, I'll probably go with the AR, with the AR-15. Yes, sir. It's gonna be more of that available. Even if you can scavenger and you can use several upper receivers. With one lower, you can have a bunch of calibers. You can have 22, you can have 7.62 by 39, you can have 300 blackout, you can have 50 Beowulf. Shit, you can even have 9 millimeters with the right adapter for the magwell, and a bunch of them that I forgot. But there you go. I think the AR, brother. But if it's something like shit hit the fan, okay, because you're gonna have to walk with that shit in the streets, right? All right, what pistol you pick up to go hush someone? What do you mean hush? I don't know, man. Everything I say here is gonna be stay recorded. You know that, right? So I'm just gonna leave it for your imagination. And if you ask me if I'm going to hush someone, uh, pretty sure it's not gonna be none of these guys right here. It's gonna be one that don't leave the shells in the floor. That answer your question? Forward. Forward. I don't know. That right there, the AK-47 platform, has been in war for a while, and the AR-15. So, um, well, you only can get 7.62. So because you can get several rounds, 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, or you can get just throw a short upper receiver in your backpack like a 300 blackout. I would get that over there and take the upper receiver in the backpack, the 300 blackout. Okay, so I get a lot of selection. Well, not a lot, but 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 300 blackout, and they are accurate and reliable. Obviously, the 300 blackout is gonna be for CQB. You know, there you go. And four, hold less round stock than the A300. The loading port and bolt drop. Oh, I didn't know that. Bottom are so small and crappy. Really? You're talking about the loading port of the M4 is crappy? Because I want to get an M4. I want to get an M4. I mean, obviously I went with that one because I love that one. But it's in my list. The M4, the Benelli M4 is in my list. What guns will you put in F-14? None of them right now. I'm in the state of Florida right now, and that's not legal in Florida, and follows under the bump stock law. Okay, so till that is fixed, um, no, yeah. I mean, I guess you answered that question. Yeah, FRTs are not legal. All right. I mean, you can rephrase. Obviously, it's like the Bible. You know what I mean? You can read the Bible, and people have 20 different talks about one paragraph. It's the same thing with the law. All right, but nobody want to get caught, and we, and then they're gonna be like, we mean this, that you cannot have that. You know what I mean? Even if it's legal at federal level, it's not legal in the state of Florida. All right, till somebody get caught and go to court and everything gets clear out. I don't have any. I wish I can have one, to have fun at the ranch, to put it in that, or what is a greaseback if it's not close to auto, you know. But hey, the recoil management is good, and I like the shape of that gun. So with that being said, I ain't touching those. I'm not risking everything that I have, or my family and my status right now for something that is not legal. I want to get the short 5 or 7.5 inches, 7.62, or a 300 for backpack. Yeah. In my state, it's legal. If it was legal in your state, what you will pick? I mean, I'm confused. Oh, let me see. Let me go back here, man. Oh, if the FRT, I mean, Wavy gets shoes. You're talking about if the FRT was legal. Um, Compare the M4 to A300, you will see the difference in the port size and drop bottom. The M4 is way too overhyped. Okay, yeah, I will do that. But I mean, it doesn't matter for me. It doesn't matter for me if one is better than the other one. For me, it will be more like a collective item. Still, maybe probably one is better than the other one, and we all know that. I mean, obviously, that A300 is probably better than all those shotguns in the table right now on the bullpup. But still, I will get what I got after getting the A300. That makes sense. So, I mean, for some people that are not don't want to have like a lot of guns, you will do your research, to get the best bang for your buck. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not gonna spend 2,000 or over $2,000 for a gun when you can get the same gun or maybe better or one step down for half of the price or more than half of the price or less than half of the price if I say it. Okay, so yeah, I bet when I got the A300 I was thinking in the 1301, but obviously I went for the A300 for the price. Yeah, because of the price. It was ridiculously uh, the difference. Do you like the Glock 43 or the 48? So, wavy get shoes. Uh, I don't own a 43, right? And the reason why is because I went to purchase one, and I walk out of the store with a 48. They are both about the same size. Obviously, if you wearing that in the groins, or or you carry on the side, on the right side or the left side, or your hip, is the length of the barrel is not gonna make the difference. And if we take the length of the barrel out of the comparison, then the rest is the same, pretty much. Pretty much, you can put a 43x slide on the 48 MOS, and it's the same length on the grip and everything. So that's why I went with the 48. You get a little bit more length on the barrel, so actually when you shoot, it's gonna be more accuracy and less snappy. Even the 48 is still snappy compared with the 19, even if they almost identical in the length size, the 19 and the 48. Not the width, but the length. So I'll go to 48 any day. Any day, I will go with the 38 over the 43. Okay, my opinion. Right? Not everybody like red. Not everybody like blue. We we're all different, brother. Do you like the 44 or the 57? The 57. I don't own any of those. Okay, so I hear the 44 is pretty dope. All right, I have a friend that have one, but I'm not there yet. So you tell me. You tell me. 357. At 10 millimeters. Yes, I do. Shit. If you guys hear me whining, it's because I take a seat in the chair. And that's what I'm doing this stream because I got a surgery, a total knee replacement. Exactly 4 weeks ago. And, still hurt a little bit. But here you go. This is the 10 millimeters. I have a Rock Island. That gun is not that expensive, but I did a lot of modifications inside. Okay, a lot of modifications, and that lady right there is shooting nice, very nice. And another 10 millimeters will be wait, will be that guy right there, the Courageback, 6.5 inch barrel. It's a pistol, all right, and I haven't tested yet, so I'm waiting for some parts for the Mach 5. Once I get that, put it together, I'm going to test that one, and that one. Okay, and the Glock 19X, since I put a compensator on it. All right, so 556 and 223 and 300 blackout all fit in the same mag, right? Yes, yes. So right now I can take that upper receiver, just lose that bolt, right? I mean, two pins, one in the back, one in the front, and just drop the same thing over here, right? If I want to use the 223 556 max, all I have to do is empty the 223 556 max and put 300 blackout on it. Okay, so everything is the same. All right, even if you were to build the gun and not purchasing the whole upper receiver, even the upper receiver is a 223 556. Okay, you can use a 223 556 for the 300 blackout barrel. Okay, so the only thing that changed is the barrel, pretty much. All right, everything else stays the same. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. 2025. We're almost in 2026. We got some cool shit. The only day I found out that you can use the multi-cal, which is those lowers for the AR-15, for the 50 Beowulf. All you have to do is get an upper receiver, drop it in, and get the mags. Get the mags for that caliber. A Glock 20. You think a 10 millimeter Glock or MP or 1911 will be better? You cannot get wrong with either or. The M&P or the Glock, they are both excellent guns. Okay, and plus the 1911 is a solid build. It's gonna be heavier, obviously. You know, if you want to carry that, but it's a solid build. The 1911, it's already proof. Now, Glock or MP, either or, either or. I will go with the Glock, but I need some MPs in my collection, M&P. But yeah, I will go with the Glock 20 since I have, and the reason why I will go with the Glock 20, right, is because I had the Crestback already, and I use Glock mags. Okay, all those mags, they're not Crestback. The only Crestback is the extension. They are factory Glocks. Okay, so they will fit the 14 rounds. Well, actually, the whole back Crestback magazine will fit in a 20. So I probably gonna get a 20, a Glock 20, to pair it with the Chris. What changed in the guns from back in the day to nowadays? A lot of stuff, man. A lot, a lot. All right. Obviously, we always have the male slides for the pistols, but not like now. Mostly all the guns on these days, they all come MOS, optic ready. Okay. Plus, you have like Kimber in the past. You have 1911s. They have a lot of malfunctions too. That doesn't happen anymore. That's 2025. We are more modern. Some companies actually are taking care of how they build the guns. I guess with the exception of the SIG, not sure about that because all the things that happen lately is inside the holster and just the cops. So I don't see that many civilians coming forward with, situations with their SIG P320. Just that one guy in the range, and the gun was holstered. But people, I mean, the builds on during 2025 now, we're almost in 2026, it's not the same than in the past. It's more quality, you know. There's more competition, in the market. So everybody want to get better than the other one. Same with the pistols, the optics. It's a bunch of optics. They're so good that you don't have to have a co-witness size anymore. Okay, that's a thing of the past. The co-witness size, that's a thing of the past. I always co-witness, try to co-witness, but that's a thing of the past. Yeah, yeah, man. The drop-in triggers, uh, you know, it's a lot of stuff that changed from the past. You know, the gas operated like and M15. I mean, AR-15. Now you got adjustable block. Now was just one solid block with a bunch of gases. You have a bunch of different selections for the buffer springs. Yeah, if I keep going, man, I'm gonna be here all day talking about upgrades that were not available in the past. Oh, that's what I was thinking. A Glock 29 compact, uh, 20 millimeters with Vector. I wanted a 10 millimeters, 90 millimeter with a mag extension. Yeah, I mean, I had that the Rock Island, right? Obviously that Rock Island, I think have like more than 5 or 6 years with me. So when I went to purchase that Rock Island, was not available nowhere, right? When they first came out in the market, was one of the not a lot of competition for that gun. Okay, now we got the Staccato and a bunch of double stack 2011s in the market. But when I went to purchase that, I was looking for the model that have the rail in the bottom. I couldn't find it, so I end up buying the one that doesn't have the rail, the 1913 Picatinny rail, accessory rail. So I got that one, and I added the rail permanently in the lower receiver, in the grip. But it's an excellent choice. The 10 millimeters in the 1911 setup or a 2011, because I think the 1911s are very accurate, very tight. Especially the triggers of the 1911s are excellent too, and they're very durable. They're metal. Do you guys have full autos back then? Uh, yeah, man. In the past, yeah. That's why they make all these ATF rules, man. NFA items and all that shit, because things were like the Wild West. I heard 1911s have to be loved and clean, like a high point, honest, reliable in the field. I'm not a 1911 guy, but none of my guns, the both of the 1911s, the Rock Island 1911, because it looks like a 2011 setup, but it's not. It's a 1911, and I actually use 1911 parts except for the bottom because it's a double stack. None of those have I have problems with, but I don't run my guns in the mud. I keep it clean. I mean, obviously, when I take it to the range, I abuse them, shooting them, but not necessarily toss the gun in the water or the lake and try to shoot it. I can only find 1911 single stack series 79 millimeters or 45 with rails. Yeah, check that. I wish I can touch it right now. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so that gun right there, I'm pretty sure you can find it for like seven, 800, $900, but with a rail at 10 millimeters, and it's pretty good. I actually did some upgrades with some parts of the 1911. Okay, so like the takedown level, that piece right there is a tongue rest. So you see, I got the same one for my 1911 and the same one for this 1911. So trigger, everything matched the same, except for the front portion. In the front, you take down the gun differently than this one. Oh shit, it's block, but it has a bull barrel. It doesn't have that piece in the front, but they're very similar. Fontoki, do SIGP 320 bills have the same discharge issues as the factory 311, 320s? Bill? I, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I don't know because these guns have proved that if you don't know how to work it out, right? I don't remember the YouTuber, but there's a YouTuber, man. I think the guy's an expert. It's Gun University or some shit like that. I can't remember now. So if you take down, you take apart the slide, right, of that gun. Obviously, you have to move the level down, what we call the gas pedal, where the gas pedal goes. Let me get my pointer. So that right there, the takedown, you move it down, take the slide off, right? When you put it back, right? When you put it back, you have to put it back, slide it in, and lock the slide to the rear. If you don't do that and you hold the slide manually to the rear and drop this, you know, put the safety, the takedown level back up and let the slide go forward, the moving the slide will make the striker go off. So if you assemble the gun in the wrong way, because I did it on mine, it will it will go off. Okay, but obviously, it's in the fucking manual. People do something, want to do something pro and different. Oh, I can hold the slide one hand and drop the thing up and everything's good to go. You know, but if you do it right, you're not gonna have any problems. Okay, but me, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't trust the gun. I mean, obviously, I got the X carry, and I got the ASG. I spent over $300 on the grip, metal grip. Put some money on it. So I decided to keep the gun and add the manual safety. So I got a gig, and there's a video from the SIG Techs that show you how to put that manual safety on it. And I like it. I'm thinking about do my 40 Smith & Wesson to have another P320. I just gotta purchase the MOS parts, the MOS, the factory parts. How many rounds are in it? What? Which one? Which one? How many rounds do you have full auto? How many rounds in it? What? In the 1911? The 1911 have, with the extended mag, have 10 rounds of 45, and this one have 19 from 10 millimeters. Do you like 7.62 or 300 more? I'm not gonna lie, man. 7.62 by 30. Yeah, 69, 39. Fuck, I'm tired. 7.62 by 39. I like better. Obviously, the recoil is less. For Honda fans, it's a great caliber, 300 blackout for close distance. I even shot my 300 16 inches in 400 yards, and it's shooting accurate. Obviously you have to shoot a little bit up, but it hits the target. But the round is not made for long distance. It's a heavy bullet with a small shell. While guns were full auto back then. The N16 were full auto. Um, Come on, man. MP5 went full auto. AR-15 full auto. The Thompson full auto. The Uzis. Yeah, especially the Uzis, man. The cartels in Colombia used to like those full auto guns. Uh, Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about the slide, if you don't want to sample the slide correctly, yes, I think it's any P320s. Yes, yes. I trust mine. I put a safety because I want to be more safe. Obviously, I trust it, but I don't trust it. Um, P320 should always be you loaded with a safety on. Well, what safety? Because the P320 doesn't have safety unless you get the M18 and M17. Okay, mine is an X carry, but I did add the safety, the amount of safety. So I think, in my opinion, the police forces should never had that P320, especially if it's not the same as the military that had the amount of safety, because it doesn't have no safety. It's not like the Glock, right? The Glock have a safety in the top of the trigger, in the trigger shoe, right? And the P320 does not have one, right? Even that, when you rack the slide on the P320, that striker is all the way back to the rear, ready to fire. In the Glock, it's not the same way. When you rack the slide, that striker is halfway back. So when you press the trigger, the other half you are pulling the other half, and when the trigger depress, then the striker go off. And the P320 is already cook, all full cook. So when you press the trigger, all you have to do is letting that striker fire forward. So yes, um, they're two different systems, you know. So a little bit of push in that trigger, it will let that striker fire go off. It's not gonna happen with the Glock because you have to fully pull the trigger, right, to finish cocking or putting that striker all the way to the back, ready to go, and let it go. All guns are full auto with butter. Brr. Yeah, yeah. But if you get caught with one, bro, say bye bye. Bye bye to everything. Bye bye to the switches. Bye bye to the good food. Bye bye to good clothes. Bye bye to the clothes. Bye bye to society. Bye bye to everything. Yep. Yeah, man. I think we all should have the right to build whatever the fuck we want, right? But hey, it's the law. You want to break the law? It's on you, right? You're the one paying for the consequences. Peter is more like a hammer fire, 1911. Yes. Glock is real strike fire. Yeah, all right. That's explain it more. That's exactly how you explain it more. Better. So yeah, you see the difference, right? Bro, they carry from vector light laser. It is true. They just point the gun to the side, halfway, leaning to the left, and shoot to the leg, man. They can't even hit nothing. Yeah. I mean, I see some guys that have, you know, a good recoil control, that know how to manage a fully automatic Glock. I seen some videos that the guys are on point. You know, they get mostly in the torso area. Okay, but some of these jokers, man, they hit the kids, the grandmas, the dogs, the person selling hot dogs in the corner. But the guy that they were actually shooting, he's already watching TV at the house. Yeah, I mean, you can choose fast and accurate. That's what I think. But for fun, it's good. The FRTs and the super safety, just to have fun at the range. It's a blast. But I won't use that system to actually for self defense. Okay, unless it's something like a MP5 or a Vector that is very low in recoil, so you can stay on target. Yeah, like I say, I seen people controlling that they are pretty good. They are pretty good, but most of them are jokers. All right, most of them are jokers. They're just shooting I don't know if they're shooting the ground or shooting the air. Yeah. I follow one guy. What is it? DTA something. I don't remember now. But he have a bunch of FRTs, man. I like the dude. The dude, he knows how to control the firearm. Yeah, and Glocks too. There's what is it? 21 Glock 21. Is it 21? Somebody correct me, maybe. I think it's the Glock 21. The one that comes with the switch, not the switch, the selector. You can select. You can put it between semi-auto or fully auto. Bro, I seen some guys shooting a full auto um, 50 AE, and they are actually not that bad, you know. After maybe the last rounds, they go up a little bit, but they can control that. But I mean, you need to do a lot of shooting, you know. You have to have a good forearm control, and you know, kind of like be a good shooter, expert shooter to control that, manage that force. Is the gun you were just mentioning goes off if you assemble it wrong? I mean, there's a possibility that you, obviously, right? So this is my theory, right? If you assemble the gun, right? Well, no, actually, no. Because in order to fix it, you have to remove the slide again and put it back the right way. Because if not, just keep doing the same thing. So yes, it can go off. It can go off. But I mean, if you don't follow the instructions, right, and do it the right way, and you just open something out of the box and like, you know, you break it and then look at the instructions like, oh shit, it was not supposed to be that way, but I didn't read the instructions, so I fuck it up. Obviously you're not gonna say that you fuck it up, but oops, didn't read the instructions. Now I'm fucked. Or I fuck somebody. Or I fuck myself. Or I shoot myself. So if you do it the right way, you can have a malfunction. It's the same way if you taking apart the P320, right, and the striker, there's a small spring that goes between the wall inside this line and the striker. It's like a bead-shaped spring. If you don't put that spring the correct way, that can cause another problem. But obviously, you know what I mean. You gotta know what you're doing, because if you put it wrong, it's on you. It's a firearm. It's something that you have to be careful. It's not a toy. Both directs. I like the Uzi and the Tommy gun. Actually, I was looking at the Tommy gun with the drum and everything. Oh, no, actually not with the drum. With the straight down magazine on the at the PX online. The base store, the military base store. They had one, and I was thinking about it. But it's not a fully auto. It's a semi-auto, and the Uzis are nice too. Shit, Uzis are being always my favorite. Every time I see movies, like, man, that gun is badass. So fast. Obviously, the 9mm is faster than the 45 ACP, but the 45 have more takedown power, stopping power, but the 9mm have more penetration. Yeah, I look that up already. Yep. But I think the 10 millimeters is an excellent round. So that's why I got my Chris bag in 10 millimeters. All right. Yeah, buddy. Hmm. Even if it was only 45 and 9 millimeters and was not, they didn't have the option for the Chris bag for 10 millimeters, I would get 9. That guy didn't have fucking any choice, brother. He had no choice, bro. He was dead already. He was a walking dead body already. It's just the spirit of the cocaine had him alive. Obviously, right? It's a movie, but just saying. Say hello to my little friend. Actually, let me show you guys something. Yes, sir. I will take a 9 millimeters and a 5.56. Yeah, they're more common rounds. There are common rounds out there, man. Especially, if you're looking for ammunition, is most likely the most available one. And 22. Yeah, he's not. He couldn't have. No, no, he couldn't have made it, bro. That cartel from Sosa. Yeah, I don't know. Those are Colombians and yeah, Marita hot token tables, bottles like that. Yeah, I know, but the guy was not a. He was not a special forces or nothing like that. Yeah, so they will. It's like everybody, man. You know, everybody, all these cartel guys, their history, movies about them, they're already dead. It's always gonna be somebody taking over your shit. Always, always somebody's gonna take over. Yeah, like I tell my kids, they grow ups already. The left hand cut the right, and the right one cut the left. Okay, and a friend is $1 in your pocket. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, trust no one. Some people learn the hard way. I'm not saying they're not good friends, right? But friends, feel jealous sometimes. They want to go in your house. They look like your friends, and then they take your wife. Yep, that's a friend for me. So no, no, thank you. I've seen enough. I did not born yesterday. Yeah, a real man can't trust anybody. It's like my wife. My wife asked me, "Oh, why you don't have friends?" Not in a bad way. Okay. Um, you look like an alone man sometimes. I look. I know a lot of people. You know, I work, and if I have to go to a party, I share with them. But my home is my sanctuary. Okay. If you want to cross the doors of my sanctuary, you have to be really good in my fucking book, bro. You have to be really good in my book to cross that front door. unless it's like a baby shower or something that we had going on. But on the daily basis, no, bro. This is my sanctuary. So don't bring the devil to your house. Don't open the doors to the devil. Especially if you have a pretty wife or a pretty girlfriend. Man, what are we talking about here, bro? We're talking about guns. We're deviating from the conversation. Let me get that phone connected, bro, because it's gonna go away. It's gonna die. Yeah, man. Life is like a school. Okay? Actually, life teach you more than school. Yeah, and that's everywhere. You go to a military school, you go to anywhere, you go to basic training. The reality you're gonna learn it with your team when you go, you know, and start practicing and do all the things. Same with life. You don't even learn how life. The school doesn't prepare you for life. Let me put it that way. Okay. No, you probably wasn't in the live when I mentioned it. I want to have some MPs. They are excellent guns. I know they're excellent, but I've been concentrated more lately in PCCs. Okay. So like I said, this one is last, uh, my last one. That's right now, and that one, the shit. One second. The Mac 5. So these are my last two. Okay. So I'm working on this one. This one is done. I'm not gonna put nothing else in this one. I like that light, Viridian light, 2000 lumens and angle grip, and that Holosun red green dot. But now I'm working on this one. So once I get I'm actually gonna get probably right if I receive it by Saturday, the upgrades for this one. If I receive it by Saturday, before Saturday, I'm taking both to the range and the Scorpion over there. 40 is softer shooting, easier follow ups than 40. Why 10 millimeters and not 9 millimeters? You're talking about the crease back? I mean, well, I was like, okay, this gun is made to manage the recoil, right? So I seen people shooting 45 on it, and the recoil management is excellent, excellent. So I was like, 10 millimeters is gonna be like a probably, I mean, close to a 22 on this gun, right? In recoil management. So I was like, okay, I like 10 millimeters, right? Because have more penetration and more distance than the 45. So I was like, why not? If the gun can handle 45 pretty good, then let me go with 10 millimeters. So that's why I went to 10 millimeters because I like the 10 millimeters better than 9. And if you ask me what is better after than 9, I would say 357 SIG. It's just that it's too expensive. 40. I haven't seen a 40 for this one. But most, if I mean, none of the guns that are in the market on these days are 40. Like almost none of them. The only 40 that I own is that SIG right there. And I actually can put a 40 barrel, a dropping barrel, on the P229 and use the same magazines and everything. So I can use 40 or 357 SIG. That's my opinion. My opinion, 10 millimeters in overall, all right? Not close distance. Obviously, if you shoot a perpetrator through the door with 45, it's done. Same with the 10 millimeters, all right? The damage is gonna be a little less, but 10 millimeters have more power than the 40, all right? And can shoot more distance. Isn't a 40 better than SIG P320? No. In my opinion, 40 is not better than 357 SIG. Okay, that's my opinion. Go with the 10. Go with the 10. Glock, go with the 10. I can't remember right now. There's so many numbers for Glocks. I think it's a 20, something like that. I think the 20 is the Glock 10 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. But there's so many numbers that I can't remember right now. Which one is what for the Glock? Where does 9 millimeter lay between? Uh, yes, yes. So pretty much, the SIG P320 lays between the 9 and the 40. Okay, the 357 SIG lays between because it has like a 40 shell with a uh, 9 millimeters bullet. I appreciate it. Money from that. And welcome to my channel. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that like button and subscribe. And I will 100% appreciate it. I think uh, I think 357 is not too popular, but in my opinion, it should be. Okay, because it's an excellent round. If you like 9, right? If you like 9, then you will like 357. Have more power, more stopping power, and more distance, and more penetration. So we talking about here. Let me put an example. A 357 SIG, right? Let's say the 357 SIG. Let's say the 9 millimeters is a 300 blackout, right? 30 millimeter bullet in a 5.56 shell. Let's put it that way. The 357 is the AK bullet pretty much. It's a 7.62 by 39. So it's pretty much a 30 caliber from the 300 blackout with a bigger and more powder um shell. I like 42. 40 is an excellent caliber. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, from close distance, 40 is gonna fuck you up more than 9 millimeters. Yes, 357 is very hard to find. But if you getting is you start. Let me put it this way. I think all these PCCs, right, like Scorpion and Kuna and all those nice guns, they will be badass with a 357 round. Let me put it that way. But it's too expensive, and like you say, it's a hard to find ammo. Waste of money. I mean, some people spend money on other shit. You know what I mean? Watches, Pokemon cards. I've seen people paying $700, $500 for a Pokemon card. Okay? But hey, my mortgage is paid off. My cars are paid off. I mean, not paid off the mortgage, obviously. I'm paying off my mortgage, but my cars are paid off and everything is up to date. And then lease after. Okay. After I put food on the table and everything is done, I take time for this. Okay. So a plus P40 is better than a plus P357. You got to look it up in the close distance. Okay. In a close distance situation, 40 is gonna be, it's gonna fuck you up more than a 357, right? But if you're shooting far distance, right, the 357 is gonna have more accuracy and um, more distance than the 40. But most of the altercations are in close distance. All right. I mean, let me tell you more. Most of the time, when you are in a self defense situation, you just put point and shoot. That those things happens in a microsecond time. All right, you're not gonna have, unless you are a super expert that you train every day. You're gonna see that dot if you have a red dot sight. But if you're a normal guy that practicing your gun, go to the range, and manage your gun in a close distance situation, you just point and shoot. You're not gonna even look through the iron sights or the red dot sights. That's why you guys need to practice on point and shoot. When you go to the range, point and shoot, point and shoot. All right, get very familiar with that gun. Or obviously you have to zero your gun and make sure the sights are working, the red sight is working. But point and shoot is shit. All right. The following shots after the guy went away or is shooting back, you can get on target. But the first couple of shots, man, is point and shoot, brother. Not always bigger is better, man. Not always bigger is better. So let me put it that way. The 10 millimeter, the 10 millimeter is pretty much a 40 caliber bullet, but with a bigger shell. Okay, so it has more push. That's what a 10 millimeters is. Actually, in some guns, you can shoot 10 millimeters or 40 millimeters, like that one right there. I've seen some videos. I don't want to try that, but I've seen some videos of that. Yeah, point and shoot is the thing because if you're in a close distance situation and you have to throw that gun fast, you don't want to miss, bro. You don't want to miss. It doesn't matter what part of the chest, stomach, or the torso you're gonna hit. You can follow up shots with the head to the head, but you want to get that guy. Doesn't matter what. Uh, Pray to God that you can take that bullet, yeah, and control that recoil in your body better than the other guy. Yeah, if that happens. Yeah. Say, hey, hold on. Let's make this shit fair. Fair. We both pointing each other. So 10 paces, turn around and fire. You're gonna be the only one counting 10 paces. The other guy's gonna turn around in the first pace. It's on the honor system. I don't know what honor, bro. You know, I'm an honor guy. You know, I'm a man of my word. But there's not a lot of guys like that out there, bro. All right, there's not a lot of those guys anymore. That was in the old time. We're different. We're living in the Wild West now, in the jungle. Yep. These days are not the same anymore. So you better take that down, and don't let that perpetrator take you to court and sue you, and put you in jail. Make sure he walk out of your house in a body bag. I don't want to be that explicit, but it's true. Yeah, we're living in the bad, bad, bad. We're living in hell right now. We're living in hell. A lot of sheep dressing like, I mean, a lot of wolves dressing like sheep, man. Yeah. I mean, to be truthful, I don't even go to the church anymore, man. Because I mean, I believe in God. I pray. I pray. I pray and I pray, and I hopefully, um, I think that I have a direct, communication with God. But I see so much hypocrisy and so much bad stuff going on. Pastor, molesting kids, and I don't know what I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore. So I believe in God, believe in me, and have faith in my family. Pretty much. Yeah. All right, guys. If you guys don't have any more questions, it's time to what? Funky Tuggy. I check my mail with my gun. Yeah, I check my mail with a gun. I'm sorry, but when I have a birthday or something that I invite people to my house that I don't know because there's a bunch of kids that from school and their parents coming over. I don't know, man. But I'm gonna have my Glock 48, the skinny one, somewhere in my pants, somewhere in my pants, just in case. I got to go to church with a bunch of God fearing, gun toting kind believers. I mean, congregation is important. I know, but bro, now these days, the preacher is the devil, bro. The preacher is the devil. Yeah, and I'm an old dude, and when I go, I've been there before. I see the hypocrisy, you know, the hypocrisy, man. Some churches are just for money. I mean, guys are driving. Of course, that's a pastor or whoever is in the front job, right? So pretty much we had to pay for his rent and to do his job. But some of these motherfuckers, man, they driving fucking Mercedes, living in a house of 30 rooms when they only like three, family of three. And then you see some people like giving the 10% of their checks when they don't have nothing to eat or barely paying the rent. I prefer that money to go to that people. But when I see this, I'm like, this is not right. Let me go. Okay. Um. Yeah. I'm talking about kids. My mines are grow up already. Um. But when my daughter was small, I never, never, ever let her stay overnight in anybody's house. And it hurts me, It hurts me to think that way. But I can't trust anybody. You know what I mean? Especially with a female um, kid. So she never stays in nobody's house. It's always a gap, man. And the devil is waiting out there for that 30-second minute gap to do his shit. And I know it's tough for them, for the females, like, oh, my dad is too rough with me, too he don't let me do anything, this, that, and that. But when they grow up, they're gonna understand in what type of world we're living in. Okay. My daughter's first 21st birthday, I gave her a pistol. We read the side, extended mag, and light and everything, holster and ready to go. That was her 21st birthday present. Do you use lasers? Do you use lasers? I do use lasers. Some of the guns, I use lasers. They're a little tricky. Yeah. I trust the Beridium. Like, I don't know if you heard Beridium. Beridium. I don't know if I said it right. Beridium. So they are pros with lasers. Everything they have is green lasers, green red sides. So they're pretty good in that. Yeah, I was obviously I gave her a G3, a Taurus G3. I put a Taurus slide. I had that, already prepped for myself, but I gave it to her. Um, oh, that's tough, man. That's tough. Good night, brother. Good night. I was thinking about the same thing, man. All right, but I see some guys in the background. So you guys want to say something? Subscribe to my channel. Or you guys want to say something? Let me. Do you have any questions? Just let me know. Okay, just let me know. That's what I'm doing this for. Okay, let me go around the block. For those guys that just joined the live, let me know. I'm not selling anything. I'm not giving away anything. This is just for entertainment purposes. Okay, so just let me know if you have any questions. All right, guys. Thanks for sharing your time with me. I think it's time to end this live because I had another life. Okay. So thanks for you guys that subscribe to my channel, and I hope you guys stay connected. And hit that notification bell button. So both. I'm not very long distance. Shooter. Obviously, I like to practice too for like 400 meters, but that's about it. Okay, most of the shooting is gonna happen between closest distance, even for hunting. Okay, even for hunting. So no need to go further than that. But mostly for close distance. I like pistols and PCCs and short barrel rifles. But I do have, for mid-size, mid distance. Okay. But you guys have a good night. You guys, I will probably see you guys tomorrow if you guys are around and not doing anything important, so we can talk shit here. Okay. I feel like I'm talking to you guys, but FK, anyone who use guns. Okay. All right. So have a good night. Get some rest. Stay vigilant. Stay strapped. Because if you only know when bad things are going to happen, it will be that one time that you only carry that tool to defend your life. All right. And hopefully you never have to use it. All right. Because you don't want to take another life for something stupid. But if it's to protect your family, go 100%. You guys have a good night.